Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, this is Blue Table Talk, and I'm your host, Jeffrey Jones. And I have on tonight Jamison Charles, who has written a play, but we're going to talk to him a little later after I do out my housekeeping. You know, it still is early voting. I need you guys to go out there and vote. Grab a friend of me, grab everybody in that neighborhood because they need to get out there and vote for these candidates. This is some serious stuff that's going on in Beaumont, Texas. So, and voting is our biggest thing, and we need to put the right people in the right, hold these people accountable for what they say they're going to do. You know, I usually have them on my podcast and this, but I have been extremely busy these couple of weeks, and so I was unable to get them on. But read about them before you vote. Go out there and research them, and then then do your duty and vote because voting is our right. Okay, and so if you don't vote, don't say a word. Don't say a word. So get out there and express your vote. I mean, all you have to do is use this hand right here, the right hand. If you left hand, use your left hand. Hit that number. Go down that road. You know who you're gonna vote for. Ask somebody. You know, if you don't know, you can't ask people. You can't ask people to poll. So inside the polls, and go out there and vote. Show me what you could do. Show me what you could do with your rights because we have rights, guys, and we need to go ahead and express it. And with that being said, don't forget that the voting day is, I think it's March the 5th or 6th or something like that, and maybe the 8th, but you know it's Tuesday of next week. So this week is the last week for voting, for early voting, and then Tuesday is a regular vote. Okay. So we're gonna do it because we are Southeast Texas proud. 409 proud, however you want to put it. We are proud of our city, and we're gonna put the right people in the right office. Go out there and vote. Do you in case you miss it, and don't miss it.
That's right.
Go ahead and vote. Go ahead and vote. Okay, so tonight we have on Blue Table Talk, we have Jamison Charles, who is a playwright, and he's going to tell you a little bit about himself. And I just recently met him at church. And so I said, "Oh, I got to get you on my podcast." Yeah, ain't no if and but so I move a little stuff around, and so this is who I have for this week, and next week we have someone else. So what really got me about you, James, I'm gonna tell you right now before you even come on, was your persona, your attitude, the way you greeted the people that came up to meet you, and so you just smile, you grin, you know, you like super happy, and I'm like, okay, all
Yes.
right, I'm like, pretty cool, and I think better turn around, look at me, let me know that. Anyway, if you're on here tonight, I'll need you to hit the share button because sharing is caring, and we need to let everybody know that Jamison Charles is hey Kathy is out here, and he's gonna talk about his play tonight. So Jamison, how you doing tonight? Thank you for accepting the invitation to Blue Table Talk.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I was looking forward to it, and I cannot wait to reveal to everybody exactly what the Lord's been doing in my life.
Oh, good. Absolutely. I want to hear all about it. And Kathy, go ahead and hit that. Go ahead and hit that share button so you can everybody know that Jameson is on. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Beaumont.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Central High School,
Okay.
and while my class was walking across the stage at graduation, I was in the county jail.
Mm-hmm.
And so I missed my high school graduation. I missed most of my adulthood due to my incarceration, following the crowd, and I followed them straight to prison. And when I got there, it was a reality check on just how fast you could lose everything with one bad decision. And
Right.
in one night, I went from living in my mom's house to living in a prison in Leavenworth, Kansas. And
Oh,
and all seemed to be lost until all was found.
wow.
And it was found in a major way. I was so young and dumb. I really didn't know how big of an impact I had made until I read a letter from my mother who told me there was like a missing puzzle piece was missing it, and she stressed to me how big I was in the family and how she was the only one on holidays. Everyone was happy but her, because she was thinking about the that one seat at the table that was missing, and
Mm-hmm.
that was me. And when I read that, it really upped the ante on my manhood. It made me want to grow up quick, and it
Right.
made me want to get home and change my life. But
Right.
that was just in here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had
Absolutely.
to have a heart transplant, and that came with me falling in love with Jesus Christ, and that was the ultimate game changer.
Wow. So how old were you when you went to prison?
I was 18.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am. I was 18. I was 18, but I was really going on 15. I was very immature. I had no clue what was on the line, the ramifications of criminal thinking and just wanting to be down, wanting to be down, wanting to be down. God says, "I'm trying to lift you up."
Right.
And what he did was he put me in a situation where I actually had to have him. I was in a very very dark place, isolated, a long way from home, no visits, no nothing, and I asked him to give me something in here, so I know your hands were on me, and he did. What he did was a teacher, a man by the name of Michael Mattis, asked me to write down the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and he said, "Now rewrite it." And when I rewrote it, it was so therapeutic to me, it just felt so good. I kept writing and I kept writing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, hey, wait, this is something that this is what I asked for. I asked him to give me something in here,
Right.
something just for me. It was a pastime, it was a passion. And ultimately, as I was falling in love with him, I was falling in love with writing. And so the two married one another. And it came out to be this book, and it came out to be this stage play. And I get the wonderful, wonderful responsibility of presenting it in Beaumont, where I did all my dirt. Now I get a chance to clean up what I messed up. And I'm going to do that on Saturday, March 2nd in the Jefferson Theater.
Jefferson Theater, and I'm so looking for our, when we were talking about it earlier, I said I didn't have a ticket to go and everything. I said, but after you spoke to me about the play and everything, that's when I said, oh, I've got to get a ticket to go to this place to listen to what's going on. And it freaked me out because the title of the play is Sometimes It's Hell Getting to Heaven.
Yeah.
Like, what? So all the stuff that you went through, have or gone through, it came from that. That topic came from there, right?
It really did. And it's not a autobiography. Is what it is it's my art giving you a glimpse into my life. Some things, I could not put in there. Some things I did. A few names have been changed to protect the innocent. And certain dynamics have been added, but for everyone who knows me, they know that chief character being talked about and the things he went through, they know exactly who I'm referring to. But what I wanted to do, I didn't want to make it about me. I
Mhm.
wanted to make it about God. And so what we did was we put we we made it to where it was relatable. We put characters that look just like you, and we put them in a situation to where they were able to see what they look like when they have one foot in and one foot out, and what it looks like when you're all in with God. Because when you get real with God, He gets real with you. And what happens is He takes a lukewarm church and turns it into an inferno. And
Mhm.
it's a beautiful story. It's inspiring. It's funny. We have a wonderful gospel choir that's in it. It's all emotions. You're gonna take an emotional ride that night, but it's
Okay,
gonna be so good.
okay.
Trust me, you do not want to miss it.
I'm telling you, people have talked it up already, and I'm like, how do they know about it? Because they give them the right to know about this place. But I guess a lot of people that know you and know what,
Yes.
yeah.
And they know that all was lost. And when I left home, I was a kid headed nowhere fast, and I returned home a bona fide man of God, and I was desperately trying to seek Him and do things that people would know. Not only am I a new creation, but you can be too if you just give Him a chance to work in your life. My life was a nightmare. It was a literal nightmare for many years, and He turned into a whole dream. And for me to be able to come from what I came from and sit here and tell you that on Saturday I get to perform a play that I wrote, directed, produced, star in, and I'm going to be able to do it in front of my mom, who's going to be on the front row, who didn't take one day off from those 27 years with me, who prayed me out of that prison. It's worth everything to me. It's I can't even put into words the emotions that I have. And Saturday's not even here yet, but
Right.
many a prayer went up for this night, and they're gonna all come to fruition. I give God all the glory.
Right, got it. I mean, you just listen to you speak right now. It give me a little insight on what's going on. So if everybody from that's in the play are they from Beaumont, or you got from
Oh no! What happened was I was I was in Beaumont. I was trying to find people, but no one knows me. No one knows me.
that's
I,
a good thing.
I just came up. They're like, oh man, ain't nobody know you. Nobody getting involved with that foolishness you got going on. And so what happened was the book came out, and I had a book signing. At this book signing, officers who were in the prison locking me in cells, they came to my book signing, stood in
Wow.
line, and
Yeah.
asked me for my autograph.
Now that's a book signing that you had last week.
Yeah, no. This happened almost a year ago now
Oh,
when the
okay,
book
okay.
originally came out. And since then, it's just been steady flowing, steady flowing. So when I came out with the stage play and the warden from the prison I was in found out, he came and gave me a check to really get this thing going, to really get me a cast and get me a crew and just really make it a big thing. And what happened is word started to spread. Hey, this guy wrote a play in prison, and it's a inspirational play. That's funny. It's not dark and doom and gloom.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Jesus. It's about a transformation. And it's pretty much a real story because he lived it. And it just intrigued people enough for them to say, hey, I'm in. And I cannot wait for everyone to see it. It's something to see for sure.
Yeah, I know you first said me earlier. You girl, you ain't got a ticket.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked you don't have a ticket.
What's your problem?
But
I'm gonna get on.
don't,
I'm gonna get
but
on there. You gave me a promo code, and so
yes.
everybody, that's a promo code uh to go get a ticket at Ticketmaster, right? And
Yes, ma'am.
it comes back season, and don't put a comment, don't put a dash there, don't put anything, just like it is at the promo code. The tickets are how much?
$25.
25 if they put that code in.
If you put the code. If not, Ticketmaster is gonna
Eat
tax
you
you.
up.
Ticketmaster gonna make you hate me. They're gonna charge you 40 something dollars for a play that has nothing to do with me. They put all the tax on their own. It's $25. If you can show up at the door, it's just $35. But it's different prices. Seniors get a reduced rate. Children get a reduced rate. If you no, if you don't look like a senior, you ain't getting it.
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry, baby. I am senior. Sometimes I look back and say, I was a senior, but I am.
but
I am.
we definitely wanted to make it to where everyone can come, bring the babies. If you can hold them, they won't be charged anything. If they can sit with you, we have one scene for sure that every kid in Beaumont needs to see. It's just that powerful, especially our young ladies. Man, we need more heroes, and we have one heroic scene that I wrote in just for the youth of Beaumont because we need a culture change, and they need to see someone who is doing something who looks just like them, and not bringing excuses. They're just bringing their gifts and talents, and it's going to be a game changer. And I can't wait for them to see that.
Right. Let me talk to my viewers right now. Because I see that they have written something out here. So we have, or they have not. Anyway, we have tonight Kathy Wingate and Daphne Rito. Kathy says, won't he do it while you were talking about, your imprisonment and everything?
Yes.
And then she also said nothing like a praying mother. So, and it's nothing like a praying mother.
Nothing.
I mean,
And
we stay on our knees and until them knees get rusty.
yes, man. And I'm
So,
so thankful. Yeah, because
right.
she prayed until I learned how to pray for myself.
Right. Kathy Nell said, Dr. Deborah Williams says, she can't wait to see it. So she
Yes.
must have her ticket.
Thank you so much.
You
Thank you
must
so much.
have her ticket, so I can't wait to. I'm gonna get. As a matter of fact, after I get up with you tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and get my ticket tonight so I can have something.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Go
That's what I'm talking
ahead.
about.
Mhm.
And they told me first they said, well, you got to have some big names, man. You don't have. I'm like, no one knows me. I got to work with what I have.
Yeah.
And so what I did was I went to several churches. I have a couple of friends who could do something, and the biggest part of all of it is that I was able to tap into my wife, who is an absolutely amazing actress and singer who
Mhm.
no one knew. And she didn't even know she could do it, but we had to. And in between her being the star of my show,
Mhm.
she's also a 30-year military veteran. She's
Oh,
still active duty, counterintelligence. She is
yeah.
everything. And so she is really dug into being a full-on soldier in the army, but also a soldier in the army of the Lord. And
Right.
that's what intrigued me, and that's what pulled us together. And we've been married for one whole year now. And, and it's a beautiful thing. I get to share my life and my stage with her. And people are going to be so impressed with just how well she plays this role. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're going to hate her because she's a villain,
Mhm.
but you are going to respect her for
Oh
sure.
yeah, oh yeah. You know what? That's why you out here now tiptoeing and everything, just happy and everything. You've been married a year. You're newlywed.
Yes. And I love it.
Thank your wife for spreading you around. So
Yes,
yeah,
man.
yeah, that will work. I'm like I said, I'm so excited. Deborah Nell says God knows you, and He would send your audience in. We need to see this. Kathy Wingate said, "Thank you, wife, for for your service." So, yeah, we proud of that. We proud of that. And why Beaumont? Why you brought it to Beaumont? I know you from here, but
Yes.
why Beaumont? You know how we can get. Why
Oh,
Beaumont?
yeah. Because everyone told me that it could. It was like, could anything good grow in Beaumont? And the thing was, they say, well, Beaumont doesn't support Beaumont. They don't come out. You're getting it at the Jefferson Theater, too big of a theater. Get something smaller. But what they don't know is in 2008, a man named Wayman Goodley came into my cell early in the morning. This man, me and him weren't very close friends. We had a loose rapport. He came to my cell. He said, man, I had a dream about you last night. So I had a dream that you were on the stage and they had big lights, big crowd. Everyone was listening to you. Gospel music was playing. And he said, man, you're going to be something one day. I
Mm-hmm.
was in my mess when he told me that. I didn't have any type of relationship with God. I didn't have any gifts and talents I could see. But when he told me that, he dropped a seed in me. And between that day and Saturday, it took every single step for me to get there. And I serve a big God who's going to do big things. And I don't do anything small. I feel like I fit in any room. He taking me and turned my tragedy into a triumph for real, and he's going to be on stage. It's not really going to be me. It's his story. And I
Right.
can't put it in a small building. I have to look for the biggest building and search for the biggest crowd. And I promise you, everything that man gave me that day and everything God has cultivated is going to be on full display that night.
Yeah, yeah. That's so good. You know, I haven't seen a real stage play in a long, long, long time. You remember Tyler Perry brought his stage play here to Beaumont.
I heard.
Yes, and ever since then he just
Yeah.
fluctuated. And so, hey, you never know who's got your back, and who you never
Right.
know who knows what you're doing and will feed into your story. So,
And
yeah.
it's funny you should mention that. So just this weekend, I had a Black History program in Corsicana, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I tell my story, tell them what I'm doing, what I aspire to do, and the pastor asked me to come up to the pulpit. I come up to the pulpit, and he says, "Man, I got something for you." He
Mm-hmm.
pulls out his phone and he dials a number on FaceTime, and he shows me. David Mann, Mr. Brown from the Tyler Perry movie.
Right.
He said, "Do you know this man?" And I'm like, "Of course I do." He said, "Well, he attends my church." And man, I just want to show you. We need you to come to Fort Worth. I need to see what I can do to make something happen, because God wants you to know that your dreams are not very far away.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so inspirational to have that happen to me. And I came back home. I was on a high. And just today, I got a call from a man named, well, I'm not even going to say his name, but he's someone with connections to Netflix. We're going to have two executives from Netflix looking to invest and turn this into a sitcom or possibly a one-off play. But man, the buzz is growing. I think it's the backstory is really what's pushing it. The fact that 27 years in prison begat this. And
Mm-hmm.
so the story is great, but the play stands on its own. It's a wonderful, inspiring piece, and no one's going to walk into that Jefferson Theater on Saturday and walk out the same.
Right. And when you get those people from Netflix to come and interview you and do what do you do, make sure you mention Blue Table Talk.
That's a must.
You make sure you mention Blue Table Talk. That you got to go to that podcast, because that lady right there.
But all I want to do is ask you one question.
Of course, I'm here. I'm here.
Who's going to play you in the movie?
I play myself. Because can't nobody do me like me. Ain't nobody.
Oh my God. I love it. That's right. That's right.
But I am so happy for it. I am so awaiting to even get my ticket first. I gotta get the ticket in order to enter to the movie theater. So we just happy for you that you brought it here to Beaumont. You know?
I am thrilled to bring it to Beaumont, man. Beaumont is everything to me. My family is here. Like I said, this is where I did all my dirt, and that's why I wanted to get back here and give something back to the community.
Right.
I had no clue. What's so crazy is that at the play, I wrote a poem. That I'm dedicating to Beaumont. I'm gonna read it on that night, and it's really just about me not really seeing it for what it was. I was listening to a lot of chatter in the background about everything that we weren't, but I wasn't focused on everything that we were. And I want to add to that. I want to pour into that. I want to bring light to Beaumont, and I'm connecting with all the right people in order to do that. And this isn't a one and done situation. It's not about the play. This is just the launching point.
Absolutely.
And I look forward to it.
Absolutely. I know that you're going to have one of the biggest giants that's here in Beaumont on your not on your but presenting stuff for you. That's going to be DJ Eric T. So we just love Eric. We just love Eric. That's the ball right there.
That's the big homie.
Big homie. The big homie T, and he's gonna be there to support you and everything. He's a good guy. He supports everybody. And
he really is. I was so thrilled that he agreed to host the evening, because that's such a big deal, because we want people to be entertained as soon as they come in. We're going to have the music on. We're going to have entertainment going. We're going to have him on the microphone. We're going to be welcoming people, let them know they're in the right place. Mm-hmm. And like I said, he didn't have to do it. When I asked him to do this, I was a really unknown then. And he heard my story. He was inspired by it. And he said, "Man, anything I can do to help you, I'm here." And I called his bluff. And he answered the call, and I'm very thankful to him. He's a real brother for real.
Yes, he's a real brother. He's a real brother. So you are you ready for everything that's going to be pulled against you? Are you ready?
I am so ready. I have been waiting on this for so long. I played it and replayed it in my mind. I've been so looking forward to this. My whole cast is really. I have several cast members that are from Beaumont, and they get a chance to showcase their skills in front of people who never thought they would ever do anything under the bright lights. And they've been rising to the occasion, and I just cannot wait. I think what was the beauty about all of it is that all of us have strong testimonies. Every single person you see on that stage is going to be a staunch believer in God. and it shows. It really shows because we tapping into every gift and talent that we have, and we're giving him all the glory. This is our story, but it's his glory.
James, we've been sitting here and talking at least about 30 minutes or whatever about, everything that's going on. We never even mentioned the title of the play. And
Oh,
so
you gonna love
they
this.
never even mentioned the title of the play and some of the insights that's in the play. I know you can't tell us what's going on. I mean,
Right.
everything about it, but you can give us some insights. What is the title anyway?
The title of this is Sometimes It's Hell Getting to Heaven. And I titled it that because there's so many misconceptions of what Christianity is. Uh, First of all, it's not about a set of rules.
Right,
People
right,
think, oh, you got to be buttoned up. You can't be yourself. You can't. No, no, no. God gave you that big personality for a reason. There's things that you can do that no one else that you know can do. And you're like, why me? It's because you're special. No one has the same fingerprints. Even if
right.
someone looks exactly like you, they are not you.
They're not
And he wants us to know that. And I love to show people who are flawed. I hate to see the perfect people who say the perfect things always in these movies. I wanted to show absolutely flawed people have an interaction with a flawless God and watch how he transforms their life day to day. It's not an overnight thing, but it's a gradual movement in the right direction. And every single person in this play has their own journey. And it's a up and down type of thing. It's an emotional roller coaster. And
wow.
I did it for a reason. I hate when the movie goes one way, it's just laughter or it's just drama. Oh no, we're gonna take you on the ride, and it's gonna be a joyful one.
Right. We got my co-host just popped in. Her name is Toya. Hey
Hey,
Toya.
Toya.
And so is the movie itself, did you, well, it's not really out there like that. So I can't ask that question because I would say, did you see one place and then the scene comes to another city, or how
Oh,
does that work? What do you think?
no. What happens is we have a few different scene changes, but for the most part, we're in the church. We're dealing with them church
The
folks.
church people.
and, and the thing about our church is it's a different kind of church.
Okay.
And you don't want your church. If your church looks like our church, y'all got a problem. We have the first lady of the church. She loved the Lord. She just don't like nobody else. We got
I
Okay.
couldn't wait that part.
Okay.
we got a forgetful reverend. He know the word. He just can't always remember the word.
But he paraphrased it.
we have, and we have people in the church who think, oh, this is a black church, a black pastor filled with black people. But boy, when the interim pastor brings some white folks in here, it's a
Oh,
problem.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus. We blowing up now. We blowing up now.
Oh, it is hilarious when it needs to be, but it's definitely something that sticks to your heartstrings when it needs to be as well.
Right. And what time does the play start?
The doors open at 6. The play starts at 7. It gets good at 7. So don't think you just go stroll in. Oh, we ain't got to the good part yet. Oh no.
Oh, the
It's-
good part starts
it-
at
the
7
good
o'clock.
part starts at 7. Do not miss it.
Gotcha. And it's at the Jefferson Theater right here in Metropolis, Beaumont, Texas.
Yes, man. We're gonna make Houston come to Beaumont for once.
But
We ain't going there. You gotta come see it down here. Yeah.
so how many nights? Just one night?
It's a one and done. It's a one and done. You cannot catch it any other time. We're gonna do it like that because I want that sense of urgency. I want people to feel like we got to get there because it's something for everybody in there. No one's gonna leave. Like I said, they're not gonna walk in and leave out the same. And I cannot wait. It's a one and done, but you can bring your whole family, granddaughter and grandmother. It's something for everybody.
Let me go back to my viewers and see what they're saying because I missed their comments. Kathy Wingate said, "You have convinced me to go," and so Hey, keep talking. You might convince everybody else on here.
I'm trying. You got to ask me some more questions.
Right. Tiffany Guillory says she's so excited, and Deborah Nell put up the clap fingers and everything. Said, "Hey, way to go!" So they out there. Don't forget, you guys, while y'all on here, to hit your share button, because sharing is caring, and we need to let everybody know that Jamison Charles is on the air on Blue Table Talk tonight.
Please.
And so that we can push this play. He will be here Saturday night. He just told you the title of the play is "Sometime It's Hell to Get to Heaven," getting to heaven. And it's a stage play, and the ticket prices are children $12, three to $10, $12, and adults 65 and up. Oh, that's your book for saved, right? The adults tickets are $28
for the adults.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. They go to the promo code.
That's make sure you use that promo code. If you go to Ticketmaster, here's the promo code. If you don't do the promo code, you're gonna pay $40 for it.
Yes.
So, promo code is coming back. It's comeback season. So, and it's at the Jefferson Theater, 3345 Fannin Street, right here in Beaumont, Texas. You don't want to miss it. That's Saturday night, March the 2nd. Okay, doors open at 6 p.m. The stage play starts at 7 o'clock.
What time does it get good, Miss Jones?
7 o'clock. Hey, so don't you miss the good part.
Yes. Don't be out there trying to get popcorn.
Right. You blink your eye, you just missed it. So we will be there. We will be there at, like I say, doors open at 7. So they give you an hour to be seated. Get your popcorn early. And then go down and get your seat. Okay. So tell us why, because a lot of people weren't on the podcast earlier. So why did you write this play?
Well, what I did was I wrote what I would have wanted to see. I wrote something that was, I didn't want to rewrite the Bible, but I wanted people to know God, and in a way that was entertaining. I wanted to educate them and entertain them. And so I tried to edutain them by teaching certain life lessons, things that I had to learn the hard way. My dream is that no child ever goes to prison. I think I did enough time for everybody's baby. I don't want to see any of them go through that. And so what I have to do, I have to show it for what it is. I can't glorify it like TV and music will do and think it's some kind of rite of passage to go there. I had to show it for what it really was and just how detrimental it can be. But I also wanted to show how you can bounce back from anything in Christ. And I had to really dig deep on certain parts, very emotional, to be honest with you. Certain things in here that was written, I shed real tears writing it, but it had to come out because it was the truth. And what I wanted was to not only bear what happened in my life, but I also wanted to show the good side. I want to show how, when you're broken, sometimes God can take that mess and turn it into a masterpiece. And that's exactly what he did. It's certain things that I can't even explain to you how I wrote it. I wasn't formally trained. I wasn't an excellent English student. He gave me this. I asked for it. I got real with him and he got real with me. He took the scales off my eyes and revealed gifts and talents I never knew I had. And so that's why I made it a point to make it a point of emphasis that people know I wrote it, but God is the director.
Right. And it's so amazing because, like you said, somebody like you, why not you?
Yes. Oh my, you just hit the nail on the head. When I tell you that was my biggest dilemma, I was like, well, I mean, who's going to support me? Who's actually going to come and see? Do I tell them I've been incarcerated since I was a kid? Do I tell? I don't know how to. And it's so beautiful. This poem had been chasing me my whole life. I kept finding this poem all over the place. And this poem was all about how, man, why not you? You're not regular. There's never be another. You're the genuine article. You're the best version of you. There's no other version of you. You're not running a race against nobody. You're in a one-lane race against the new you, against the old you. And that distance is getting further and further every day. And so when I arrived at that, it really helped me embrace the fact that, man, I can be special too.
Mhm.
And God he just did it. And now I get a chance to share that poem. My teenage niece, who is my hero, she's going to read that poem to everybody. And I really look forward to hopefully just invigorating the crowd in a whole nother way. It took a lot to make this happen. So many people had to pray for me and root for me. And and
Let it
it
out.
was worth it.
Just let it go. Just let it go. It's all right. It's all right. Just let it
It's
go.
worth it.
Yeah. And it's coming to fruition. Now it's here.
Yes.
So God gonna hold you, but God gonna hold you accountable. That you say it's about Him. He's gonna hold you accountable for everything that you do. He's already done it.
Yes. And I'm I'm very thankful. I'm thankful that he gave me a chance to do it in Beaumont. That was where like I said, I did all my dirt at. That's when I did all the knucklehead stuff. And he gets a chance to put me in the face of the same people that saw my tragedy. They now can see my triumph. And
Right.
he gets all the credit for it, because the only difference between the old me and the new me is Jesus Christ. And he gets that credit. He gets that glory. And he gets that honor.
Oh, thank you. Toya, you have something to say? I see the hand up. Toya,
Ma'am.
I see the hand up. So you have something to say?
Oh, no. But I do have a question. Will this be on Netflix or anything that we can look at it afterwards?
It's crazy you would ask. I was just on the phone today. They're gonna have two executives linked in to watch the show live. What they don't know. Can I share a secret?
Sure.
Hey, you better.
Shh, this just between us, right?
And the million people out there, go ahead.
What they don't know is this is my first book, my first play, but it's not the only one I wrote. I came home with dozens of books and plays and sitcoms and movies already written. And I just want to put this first, because I seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness. All that other stuff is going to be added onto
Add
me.
it. That's gonna be added.
I wanted to make sure he knew I got stories that's probably better, but
Mhm.
nothing is better than what he did for me right here. He gave me a heart transplant, and I want everybody to see that before they see anything else, so that they know, man, he is chief and king and Lord over me for real. I would take a loss for him because he's already taken a loss for me. And everything that he put on that cross, man, I respect that. I honor that. And that's why I no longer believe in being a sideline Christian. I want to be a
Right,
frontline Christian. And
right.
whoever doesn't like it, they won't come to the
Absolutely.
show. It's not for everybody, but it's for somebody.
Right.
Like I said, he's holding you accountable. So you better be obedient to the word.
Oh yeah, it's a must at this point. It's a must.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So let me see what the viewers are saying. Deborah Nell says amen. She says Karen Bartley said good job. Oh, and be obedient. And Cheryl Chapin's got the hands, and Kathy Wingate says glory. So I'm sure you guys gonna support Jamison. Have you looked at the Ticketmaster or anything to see how things were going or what?
I check it every day. Miss John, I am so shocked. I literally went from well, first of all, let me tell you, I didn't care at first, because I've always written it for my mother. I said, long as my mama's there, I don't care who shows up. As long as my mom is sitting in that front row, I'm good. But then I saw Tyler Perry's special, and I saw how he had took these loans out, and his mom went broke, and he had like 30 people came to the first show, and he tried it again, and people just weren't buying it, and he gave up. He was homeless, he was broke, and
Right.
someone believed in him. They said, man, give it one more try. And the lady was supposed to show up, didn't show up. He had to put the dress on, play Medea, and it blew up. And he went from 30 people watching the first show to
Right.
selling out every weekend. And so I said, well, let me see how many people are buying mine. And yeah, 30 people. It was 32. I was like, oh Lord.
I'm on the road now.
And it went from 30 people to 300, and it went from 300 to 400 plus. And
Right.
it's just been growing every day. I check it, and every day the number is going up. And so the story is resonating with people. I've been to, man, when I tell you, when Pastor Adolph said to me, man, please stand up and put me
Yeah.
on the spot and really stamped what I was trying to do and who I was on the inside, let alone the play, but just to let them know that, man, I'm not just here selling a play.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here waving a banner for the
Right.
Most High God.
You,
And
you was
if you don't know him,
you
you're
was
going to
grinning
know
and
him after
skinning
this.
there. That's I met you because you was grinning and skinning. I said, okay, I gotta be.
Yes. And just that day alone, I mean, it was like over 100 tickets just from them. The church itself bought tickets.
Right.
He offered me to allow us to rehearse there. It's just man, I can't say enough about just him as a person. I'd never known him. I never met him a day in my life. I'd
Right.
heard so much about him, and what he did that day is he exceeded the hype. He showed me what a true man of God looks like, live and living color. Is not for show. It's really who he is. And I look to emulate that in my everyday life, because anybody can be a Christian on Sundays, but can you be a Christian when no one's watching? And that's what I aspire to be.
Wow. 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 So look like I'll be sitting in the nosebleed section.
Yeah. No, that theater's so big. We just in the middle aisle right now.
Look like I'll be sitting in the nosebleed section.
No. In fact, I have at least 3 family members that are very iffy right now, Miss Jones. Let one of them don't show up. I'm coming to get y'all. You too, Toy. I'm coming to get y'all and pulling y'all up front.
Well, Toy doesn't live here, Beaumont.
No, I mean, I really want to see it. That's why I was wondering, is another way I can watch it? Can you hear, Mom?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you
now.
now.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna get it on Netflix. We're gonna definitely get it on. Well, I can't just say Netflix, because just because they coming, that doesn't mean that they're gonna be interested.
No, you speak
And
it. You speak it. It's going to be on Netflix.
uh, but no, I
This
just mean,
baby.
what if Hulu comes with a better deal?
Hey,
True.
take them both. This time I'll be on at 6 o'clock on Hulu. Next time I'll be 8 o'clock on Netflix.
No, I wish I was there because I really would like to see it.
Yeah, and of course I can't renege for y'all like they do it, and
I know.
okay.
You know, you know, I'm not very tech savvy still. I'm working on a few things.
That's okay. As long as we know what's coming, long as we know what you're about and everything. So Kathy Wingate says that's the type of person our pastor Adolph is. Yeah,
Yes.
he's a good person. You know, you don't care where you know. Cheryl Chambers says, let's see if I can get it up. Have you spoken at any? That was my next question. Have you spoken at any schools? I know there are many students who will really need to hear your story.
And I would love to, please, if you got any pull, get me in there. And I was able to, through Coach Lewis, had pulled some kids that he's mentoring. I got a chance to speak with them
Right.
and just really just take their blinders off and just let them know how serious each and every decision is. There is no such thing as, oh, I just did this. No, every single decision matters, because you're forming your character when you make these decisions. And being a follower gets you nowhere. I followed the crowd straight to prison. I know what it looks like to be a follower, but God said, no, you're a leader in disguise. And I need every single child, especially because I was incarcerated as a child. And so I know I know there's a devil at every level. He doesn't wait for you to be grown.
Oh,
He
no,
gets them while you're young. And so we need to get to them while they're young. Yes, I would love to speak to at any school, at any point. I'm here for it. God didn't let me out. He let me loose. And I got to go get him. I got to tell him I'm about my father's business. And I would definitely speak to any school for sure.
Yeah, and that would be so great because they really need to hear you. And it starts at the elementary area. you know.
Mm.
So those, so we need to try to push you and do whatever, support you as and your endeavors. So we need to get you out there. Eric T just tapped in. He says, "Hey everyone, I'm truly proud of Jamison and what he is doing in the community and with this play. We spoke about this less than a year ago, and I'm happy to see it has come to fruition." Me too.
Yes, he really did. He was like, man, this is just the beginning for you. I know you got the book out, but man, this is gonna be something else. It's gonna be
And
a heck of a ride.
what's the name of your book?
Save Dish.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. I'll
Uh,
have a bunch of them at the at the
somebody told me
at
about
the
that book.
stage play. And what I wanted to do with this book was I wanted to make sure that, like I said, we have the star of the play. She loves the Lord and can't stand everybody else. And so I wanted to I wanted to show people how, it's one thing to be saved, but if you're not actually being an ambassador, you're
Right.
stopping others from being saved because they may not read the Bible, but they'll read you. And
That's true.
so if you say you're a Christian and that's how you act, I don't want to be one.
True.
And so we have to walk worthy of that. Not saying you can't have an off day, not that you can't have, some slippage, but your day to day, you should always aspire to look just like him. We know we can't, but you got to aspire to. And that's why I named it that, because people think just because you say that was the end. No, that was the beginning. Now you got to put that work in. You got to be his hands. You got
Yeah.
to be his feet, his mouthpiece. Yes.
Yeah. Because he
So
has no hands but your hands and no feet but your feet. So you got to push it in there. You got to do it.
yes,
J-Lo,
ma'am.
book is on Amazon, isn't it?
It is Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. It's everywhere. You can get it.
Yeah, it's in my cart. My cousin Terrence told me about that book.
Oh, nice. I love it.
Yeah, he told me about it.
And I
Right.
I think what's so special about it. I think anybody could have written the book or written this play, but to write it inside of a jail cell, every page of it was written inside of a cell. Sometimes it was sweltering hot, sometimes it was freezing cold. But I wrote every single day because I knew one day I was going to come home. It was 10 years ago. I kept writing, I kept writing, I kept writing. And as I say in the promo, as I was writing these stories, God was rewriting my story. And the narrative changed on my whole life, man. People thought I was done. They threw me away. And man, what God did to my life it's just a testament to what he can do. People think the Bible is full of old stories. No, he's creating miracles right before our very eyes. We just have to look for them.
Mm-hmm. Deborah Williams said, like Paul. So yeah.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Yes, ma'am, for real. I can definitely say that.
She also said there are some sororities and women groups like the top days of distinction with youth groups who would love to hear that. Would love to hear your story.
Oh, let's go.
So how long would you be in Beaumont? So are you here for a minute?
No, I don't live there now. Since we got married, we moved, but I'm in Beaumont a lot because my whole family's there.
Right.
So pretty much every weekend I'm there. But for the most part, trust me, I would make my schedule fit into their schedule because it's just that important. And it's an honor to have any type of platform. And I went through what I went through, but once you survive it, that testimony belongs to everybody. And
Yeah.
so I'm looking to do that for sure.
Right. That'll work. So we just need to. We all need to just get busy and get
Let's
this
get
out.
busy, y'all.
Get busy. So I am so, like I said, I'm tickled pink, and just happy just to have Jamison Charles. I told you when Pastor asked you to stand up, and I'm like, who is that? And so when you just, I mean, you had it was all around you, just grinning and
I
like,
couldn't believe it.
yeah,
I was just hoping he would like mention something about there's a play coming to town on March 2nd. I would have been thrilled with that. But when he asked me to stand, and was just, man, it was very emotional. I didn't, well, I
Don't
never
worry.
had standing ovation.
You give him permission, he'll have a sermon. It's sometimes he'll get into heaven.
I'm looking for it.
You give him permission, he'll make a sermon out of it.
I'm looking for it. But like I said, he was definitely as advertised. Someone had sent me a sermon of his. Somebody go get Leroy.
Somebody go get Leroy.
That sermon.
That's how I joined that church. That's how I joined Leo off that sermon. Somebody go get Leroy. And when I was in school, I'm a retired teacher, and
Okay.
and so when the kids act up in the classroom, I used to always tell somebody go get Leroy. The job is gonna be all right.
That was a phenomenal sermon, for real.
Sermon. Phenomenal.
Yes, it was.
That's how I joined Antioch through that sermon. Yes, sir.
I
So
love
what
it.
sets you apart from other playwrights?
I believe that is my writing style. Like I said earlier, I I hate to see it when they put us in a hole. They say, "Oh, we know exactly what this is gonna be." I like to throw supply. I love plot twists, and we probably have the biggest plot twist in this play. I guarantee you, unless you read the book, you will not see this coming. And I love plot twists. I love an emotional roller coaster of a story. I hate for it to be all fun. I hate for all the characters to all be saved or all be on the street or all be. No family is like that. When you sit at the table, you got two saved, two not. One does this, one does that. But the one thing we have in common is the same one that made you made me. The same
Right.
one who died for you died for me.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, that's what I'm hitting on. I'm gonna make it to where you see all of these different pieces to the puzzle have the exact same centerpiece, and that's Jesus Christ.
Absolutely. So you have anything to say for you? What? If I close out?
I just can't wait to see it.
So we getting it to. Oh, I forgot to mention it. I know for a fact you're gonna see it because it's gonna be filmed. Lee College has stepped all the way up. Lee College is sending a crew down to film it, and it's gonna be streamed into all of the prisons in America. Brandon's
You
commentary
have
is
got to
streaming
be.
it.
You are serious?
It was written in prison, and they feel that if anything can be a
Wow.
wake-up call for these men and women incarcerated, it's something that was written in prison by a guy who just came home a few years ago. And if that
Wow.
doesn't inspire them, nothing will. It's going to be streamed into prisons all over the country. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Yeah, it's God. It's all God. You know it
It's
is.
God. It is. It is. I'm about to have the tears now.
That's the best part. Yes, it's gonna be there. I can't wait. I was blown away when they offered it. I was like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, we want to stream it. We think that it's hundreds and thousands of people who are gonna actually watch something that was created in prison when someone did not give up, when they refused to lose, when they grabbed the hold of God and held on, not just in there, but when they came home too. And I can't wait to get the reactions from that. It's gonna be so big.
Wow. Guys, if you're going to Ticketmaster, look up Sometimes It's Hell, Getting to Heaven. I'm sorry, it's a stage play written by Jamison Charles. He's the producer, he's the writer, and he's all of it. So go ahead. Let's support him. It's coming right here in Beaumont, Texas, March the 7th, 2024. March the 2nd, I'm sorry, 2024. It will be at the Jefferson Theater, downtown Beaumont, Texas. And
Yes.
you want to take back and look for those prices. They've been reduced. If you use that promo code, it's comeback season, and then you can get it for 25 for.
Yes, no, it's it's 25, but from what I'm hearing is they're gonna put that little $3 tax on you, so it'll be 28.
Okay, 28. Yeah, okay. And you still get him at the door as well. So
Yes.
let's support him. He's one of us. He's a Beaumonter. And so
Yes.
we need to support everybody that is here, is from here, and we need to support them. So let's do what we do, because we are always 409 strong, Southeast Texas strong. So support Jamison Charles and his play this weekend. So you have anything else you want to talk about to play, Jamison?
Oh, I just want everyone to know that I know it's like for me it's everything, but for the average person who doesn't go, maybe you haven't been to a stage play in a long time, or maybe you haven't been to any at all. If you're gonna go to one, it should be this one. The story is great. The music is gonna be great. You're probably gonna laugh more at this play than you did at that Tyler Perry show you went to. And that's saying a lot
Yeah.
because that's the GOAT as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Perry is everything. I watched him. I studied him. I know for a fact that this play, line for line, can hold its own with anybody.
Yeah.
And to God be the glory, man. He gave me a gift that I never asked for, never thought I could ever possess. And so if anyone wants to be inspired, if anyone wants to laugh until it hurts, this is definitely the show for you. I cannot wait to share it with you. I look forward to your feedback. This is a one and done, so you got to get it now, or you have to wait for that Netflix special like Toy.
So sorry, Toya.
Sorry, Toy.
I wish it would have been last weekend. I was home.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But congratulations in advance.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you for getting the book.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll meet you. You have places where anywhere back there where we can meet you after the play is over or whatever.
Oh, absolutely. The play is over at about 9, but we having the venue until midnight. I don't want anyone to rush out because we have a finale to the show that's probably gonna go viral. It's gonna be so big. The finale of this show is so big. Do not leave. Wait for the casting call and watch what happens. It's gonna be remarkable. And I don't want people to rush because not only are we gonna have the books out there, we have the t-shirts out there, but I also want networking to go on because we have mentorships and we have different things going on for children, and we want to make sure people have that avenue to link up. It's going to be everyone who's anybody should be there, and I don't want us to leave it just on the stage. It's supposed to be something where we can really be game changers with this. That's what I'm hoping to do, and I cannot wait for Saturday.
Right, I can't wait either. But the clock on the wall tells us that we have to move on out of here. And it is such a pleasure meeting you, Jamison. And I will have my tickets by tonight probably, and so that I can see the stage play. Sometimes it's hell, get into heaven. So I can't wait. I really, really can't wait. But thanks for even accepting the invitation to Blue Table
Thank
Talk.
you. It's been so much fun. Thank you so much.
I want you to stay on for a little while after I talk to my audience, and then we'll talk afterward. Thank you guys for coming in tonight and supporting Jamison Charles. And don't forget to get your ticket. Don't forget to get your ticket. Go to whatever you need to go to, or wait till the day of. Get your ticket, okay? And the play is March the 2nd, which is Saturday night. And so it's at the Jefferson Theater. God bless you and keep my prayer. If I can help somebody as I pass along this way, then I know that my living is not in vain. God bless you. God keep you in my prayer. Smoochie. Thanks for coming on, Toya.
You're welcome.